Hello everyone, this is Evangelos Knight, and this is a rather special video because I'm gonna do something which I don't think I'll do a lot on this channel, but I'm gonna try it anyway. So, let me start this first by saying that I'm gonna review a little toy guitar. Let me dismiss that notification. I call it the old jam guitar because I think it's kind of old and you can jam with it, actually. So, I got this back in 2010 from Denmark, I think. I have no idea. I think it was in Denmark, and yeah, it was pretty good. It is pretty good. I think it takes 3, maybe 2 AA batteries. The only thing I know that it does take AA's. And first let me explain to you how this thing looks. So basically, when you start from the left side, I'm going to hold it as if it would be a real guitar here, like in landscape mode. On the top, there are these plastic tuning things, just like you would find on a regular guitar. These things don't actually have a purpose. They're just there for decoration, and there are also little parts where the strings are, but they don't even move in any way. And then, of course, you got the ends of the strings going through. On the back, on the same side, you got the on-off switch, and in front of that there are 2 jacks. One of them is a headphone jack, which is pretty awesome. The other one, I have no idea. Maybe it can be a microphone thing. I don't know. Next is the on-off switch, and then there's the speaker. I don't know why it's behind on the back, and then it has some writing on it somewhere. Okay, so back to the front. On the middle part, there's a little small button that will cycle through the 10 available songs, which I'll talk about later. Next, there are 7, and a total of 7 buttons, arranged in a fashion so that you can easily play all of them. They're circular little buttons. I mean, the song but is really little. But these buttons are placed so that the first one is downwards. I mean, kind of downwards from the rest. The second is a little upwards, the third is a little downwards from the second, and then you get the picture. So, yeah, these are used to play chords, which I'm going to talk about in a few seconds. Now, on the side, we got 4 little buttons. One of them is a vertical thing that you press, which is I think it's the half note afterwards. Like, I mean, the half note after the chord button you're pressing, or the other button on the other side, which is vertical, which is the note before. Now there are 2 horizontal buttons as well. These things can slide everywhere, so they're a little flimsy. One of them is a chord 7 button, the other one is a minor button. Well, you play 7 chords and minors with them, that's all. So firstly, when you start up, you got your major chords, and then you can use them, use the vertical buttons to transpose them to another key. For example, sharps upwards, or flats, if you would call them, downwards. And yeah, that's basically all you can do with the chords, and of course you can play along with the songs. So let me show you how this thing works. Now, I turned it on. It's not giving me any feedback unless I press one of the buttons. So I'm going to do just that. I'm just going to hit a C major chord. The thing is, the way you actually make it activate is that you're supposed to hold this thing, and if I hold the button here, it doesn't work. Only if I wave my hand across that little panel somewhere, and maybe even air could get into it, which is weird. So I can just wave my hand, and that's when the chord will start playing. I have no idea why that works like that. And it barely even works. Now, let's go for minor. This is 7. This is C sharp. C sharp minor. Wait, C sharp minor. C sharp 7. And then there's D major and all that stuff, all the way up to, which is I think this is the next C. There are also other chords, but they can only be accessed by pressing, going through the songs. And the way the songs work is there are 10 songs that it will cycle through if you press the button, which I'm not going to do right now. I'm just going to switch it off. So, when the song is playing, first you'll hear a little bit of something within. Okay, first let me talk about how the song is actually produced. So, this thing, the chords, are basically just one sound. Well, technically, because you gotta do one for the minor and 7 chords, but when you transpose them to another key with the vertical buttons, or with just pressing another button afterwards, then it will basically change the pitch of the sound, which is not very accurate at times, and it's also changing the speed of how long it takes for that sound to finish. That's a little weird, I think. Now, let me talk about the music, though. So, firstly, let me get something quite clear. This guitar, these songs are basically MIDI. The guitar actually has a little MIDI synth built into it that, with the help of the batteries, of course, because that can die out even within a song. So maybe the MIDI is just put up, that song is actually in a file or something within, and that's what it plays. But basically it has its own MIDI thing, synth, and the instruments that they use, of course, there's the bass, there's drums, there's an organ, which you'll be hearing a lot, there's a rock guitar, and there are a lot of, well, basically that's all it is, I think. Just those few sounds, but of course the drums have a lot of different variations, and even the organ can pitch bend, which is rare. So one other thing that I have to show you before I start. So I talked about the other chords that you couldn't access only when you were playing a song. Well, that's because, you see, if you press a button and you wave your hand the same way you do, it will actually change chords. It will play the corresponding chord for each part of the song. So they have to program them in, so when it reaches a certain time, it will change chords, and you can press only one button. All the buttons do the same chord at that time. Only if the song moves along, that's when the chord is going to change. So that can lead to some weird consequences. I mean, the sound of the pitch and that stuff. So I'm gonna play I'm gonna play 2 songs for you. One of them is to showcase the guitar and all that stuff, and one is just a little chill out, like a little weird but kind of relaxing song. Now these are all, I think they're popular, and I don't know any of them just from my childhood. And of course everyone's gonna know the first song that I'm gonna play. So here we go. Now, one thing else, I'm going to switch it on. So when it starts playing a song, it's going to say 1, 2, 3, because I'm going to cycle through the songs. And first, when it starts, there won't be just a count in. There will be a little sound from the organ, a little music part that will play to tell you which one it is that you're trying to play. And then the countdown will start and the song will start. That's when you can start playing the chords, which I'm not going to. I'm only going to play it on the next one. So this is the song number 3. So you'll hear 1, 2, 3. Here we go. That was 2. Actually, I think there's a new instrument in there. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Oh, here we go. This is supposed to be the guitar solo. And they've done a really good job. Yeah, that was a pretty good ending there. So yeah, that was the first song. Of course, everyone knows that. That one. Let's go for song number 7, because I like that one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Now this one I don't think anyone will know. I'm just gonna play along a little bit with the chords. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed these two songs and the description and the demonstration of this old jam guitar, as I would like to call it. If anyone else knows anything about this unit, then just comment about it, because I'd like to know, like, how or why, whatever, like, some more information about it, because I was like 7 or something when I got this, and I didn't really know anything back then. So I just picked this up, and this was one of those songs that blew me away right now when I just played it once, because I remembered it so much. And I remember, for example, I remember this. I even remember this one. I'm just gonna play a little bit though. And even more. And of course I remember this. This has some awesome drum samples, by the way. Okay, this is the part where the organ will pitch bend. Here we go. Yep. Anyway, I'm gonna show off all the songs in detail if you want me to. If anyone's interested, of course. And I'm also going to put up a video, maybe tomorrow, maybe after that, I don't really know when, about BeatStar Memory, which is a new game mode in BeatStar, released, I don't really know when, in the last week somewhere. Which, well, I'm going to tell you about it when the video comes out. So I hope you've enjoyed the demonstration of this old jam guitar, as I'd like to call it. And once again, if you'd like to hear more songs, or like all of them in detail, then just comment on the video. Thanks for watching, and I'm about to get a new intro and outro, which is really good, but not yet. So, as always, thanks for watching.